to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Planning Commission this day, April 10th, 2025. Following the Pledge of Allegiance, we'll have a discussion of regular meeting, comments on a Saturday meeting that was held on March 29th. And then the old business, we're going to be looking for discussing the release of bonds for 3 different properties. Some of these are dating back a decade or more. And so,
All of them are at least 15 years old at this point, I think, so.
yep. And then we'll have the reading and approval of the minutes. So let's begin with Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. On the 29th of April, we had a meeting at a town hall in the morning for chairs of the different commissions and committees. And there were a number of things that were rolled out. First off was we're getting a new security system. And instead of keys, we'll be having key cards. And that will be going to primarily the chairs, if I understand it correctly. One of the big things about this is we're looking at especially the activity from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. when normally staff is not here. And so the big deal is security of the building and the fact that when people are going out, you don't set off any alarms. So that was a couple of the big things. As Martha had said during the meeting, the system that we currently have is old and it's basically beyond repair for update. So that's how that goes. Nothing new. We are being recorded by Teams right now. It's audio, no video. And one of the things that we've never had a problem with, but something to think about is being recorded. We should be beware or monitor what our topics are. In other words, as was brought up in the Saturday morning meeting, we shouldn't be asking people when they're going on vacation or how long they're going to be gone or where they live, because this is all going to be public information. So there was a review of other things for preparation of meeting minutes and voting requirements, but that is something that this commission has been very observant of. We've always had our meeting minutes within 7 days, and the record of vote has always been within 48 hours, excluding weekends and holidays. There was a reminder that the fiscal year ends on June 30th. There was a discussion of the budget process, and it was fully noted that the budget for all land use commissions, planning, zoning, and inland waters, in the wetlands, is the responsibility of the zoning enforcement officer. So we had questions, we go to them. A couple of projects that were discussed was all the efforts at the senior center. And there's a number of different things that are going on besides remodeling. There's some programs that they're looking at that are pretty interesting, where they're trying to vet people, be able to go into homes for people that are having a lot of loneliness to kind of be a companionship. I thought that was interesting, but both the person going in and the person living in the house need to be vetted so that, there's compatibility and not to be, we don't want to develop situations we don't need to. There was a discussion about the Grassy Hill Bridge. That's been in the work for a long time. I think, Todd, you're well aware of that. And they were saying that once they start working on that, it was going to be out for several months. I think they said like 4 months that access was going to be unavailable. And so they're still trying to work out some things. I'm not sure if they would be able to come up with a temporary access around the bridge work or not. Do you have any information on that?
No, there'll be a detour. The bridge will be gone.
Okay.
So they'll have the detours will be quite, we have to go up on Soundwoods Road and Blood Street and
So that's
it's not
gonna
all.
be,
The bridge right when you, right?
Yeah, that bridge.
Across the firehouse.
It's really not a bridge. It's some culverts,
Right.
some wing walls on it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna eventually change that whole thing around and put box culverts in it. So that's what the process would be. It'd be, a pretty big project because that bridge has to, those culverts have to come out and the box culverts have to get set.
What's the problem with it now?
They're kind of small, so when it rains real hard, it doesn't have enough flow in it, so sometimes it backs up. I've seen it, so it backs up and actually runs across Grassy Hill Road, and I've actually seen it run down
Okay.
Halls Road. But at one time,
Busted.
before I was around, but Ellis Jewett, who lives there, said that they added some pipe and made it wider. And one problem is that the pipe that they used didn't match exactly in diameter to the pipe that's there. So when Bonnie was first select woman, the joint gave way and the road caved in. So we had to go up and
Okay, I remember.
dig it up and pour the concrete around to make a temporary
Okay,
coupling around what was there. So too small, the approach isn't that great, so it would be a big
okay.
upgrade.
thank you, appreciate that. One of the other things that was occurring towards the end of the meeting is the chairs and committee chairs had a chance to talk about what they were doing, and it was interesting. Some groups are pretty active, and I think it was a lot of good discussion. So that's just a synopsis of that. I think there'll be more coming out, and there's also they're developing a guide for administration. It's ABC, administration, boards and committees.
Authorities, boards, and
Authorities, boards and committees. And so that's in the process of being developed. And when it comes out, it'll have a lot of information about how things need to be done, recorded and so forth. So that's it for now. From then we'll go to old business. And I want to take each one of these individually in case there has any questions that might hold up something. So Eric, the first one is 71 Exchange Corporate Park.
Yeah, this goes back to the development of Enterprise Drive. The most recent approvals we have on that site, where this bond seems to be tied to, goes back to 2010, I think is the most recent one. We have some stuff for modifications 2015, but I didn't find anything there more recent than 10 years old. As far as I can tell, there's no additional subdivision work that needs to happen for that Enterprise Drive. Again, as you're probably aware, the Sennheiser building there is being redeveloped there by Kellogg to put a warehouse there and do other things, but that has a separate bond associated with it through the zoning commission. Again, this is just going back to the subdivision bond. The road itself has been accepted. There are no additional municipal improvements that we're holding the bond for. We are holding still now for at least 10 years, $19,666.71, 19666.71. I asked the applicant if they wanted it back. They said they did want it back. And they sent a request asking for it back. So I have to come back to the planning commission to formally get a motion to release the bond.
All right, go around. Howard? Michael?
Fine.
Todd? Rob?
Road was accepted, so, right?
Yeah, the road's accepted at this point. So there's nothing more that the town should be. We're holding the money in case before we accepted it, we needed to do work to make it up to town standards. Obviously, we accepted the road, so that ship has sailed. So I think there's not much more to do except give the money back.
Do I have a motion?
Just a question. Have we been earning interest for 15 years on this? I guess we have.
We have the interest technically goes to the bond donor or grantor. So the money is going back to them at whatever interest rate we've been earning on it for
Like a
15
security
years.
deposit for a house or, so you just keep it, they keep the interest.
So no, the town does not get the money from this. The money has to go back to the property owner.
All right, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Move. Any
Second.
further discussion? Second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried, unanimous.
The next one I have is Meeting House Lane subdivision. This is a much smaller bond in the amount of 3,965.74, 3,965.74. Again, this is a subdivision that was done by James McCraw. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing outstanding that the town is looking for with this subdivision. It is again, at least 15 years old, I think closer to 20. And you know, I went out there to see if there's anything that the town should be looking for. Everything appears to be in order on the site there. So I contacted Mr. McGraw and I asked if he wanted his money back, and he indicated he did. He gave us a letter to that effect. So we're back to the planning commission to release the funds.
Is this largely for the road, Eric?
This is
Drainage.
drainage issues, yeah. But again, it wasn't that much money, and again, it's been collecting interest. Even with the interest, it's $3,900 20 years later. So again, I don't know there's much more to do besides give the money back.
What address is it?
Um,
Got two lots up there.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, you remember the house burned?
Yeah,
He's also got the house to the
the lot that's
to the
for
left.
sale. next
Yeah.
to it?
Yes, I think that didn't have the drainage to that, wasn't it?
yeah, I think so. Again, I want to say it's like 5 Meeting House, but I don't have the address in front of me, unfortunately. We don't have that.
After Jeff Flowers' house on the left. In between Jeff and McElroy's.
I can run up and get
Well,
the,
Macros, actually.
Yeah,
I can run up
No,
and
it's
get
one burn.
that's the one that's burned.
So move, we release the bond.
I have a second, Howard. All right, any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Vote is unanimous.
The last one is for Hollis and Penelope Risley. They had given us a bond in connection with Whipple Tree Road. The original amount was actually $21,250. They came in and got it reduced and reduced again. The bond originally was given to us on June 3rd, 2002. Again, this was a fairly simple subdivision, I think into 3 lots. There was not much going on there. And again, this was done 23 years ago, and the bond we are holding after all this time is $3,304.50. So substantially reduced from the original 21,000. Took a little help from the tax collector to track down the Risleys. They have moved to Florida. But we were able to find them and get an email from them requesting the money be returned to them. So again, I'm coming back to the planning commission to ask for the money to be returned.
So moved.
Second, you have a second? Okay. Any further discussion?
Yeah,
All,
who was the one that uncovered these outstanding bonds, Eric?
No, actually, what happened was Anita, our finance director, said that the auditors don't like the fact that we're holding these monies on her books, and came to me and said, please get rid of as many of these as you can. And so with the help of Craig and Fallon, we went through and we're slowly going through. We've got some released by zoning, some released by wetlands. Now we're here at planning.
Well, whoever it is, I'd like to say good job because it's good to get things cleaned up. So whoever did it, good job.
I mean, again, Anita flagged it, and it took a little work on our part to figure out what commission was associated with what bond. But for the last month or so, I've been going to each commission and saying, can we please release 3 bonds here, 3 bonds there, a couple bonds over here. I think it's been 8 or 9 bonds total that we've released. So yeah, we are trying to get money out of our system here because again, the auditors were telling Anita that it's sort of bad practice to keep this money on the books here. So
I agree. Good job.
just in review, we had a motion and a second?
Yep.
All right, any other comments? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Record show that it was approved and unanimous. All right, our favorite topic of the meeting, the reading and approval of the minutes.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I have always stated, I make a motion that we accept the minutes as submitted. Are we still gonna get an email, or how am I gonna know how can I make a motion if I don't know where the previous minutes are on the town website?
It should be on the town
Okay, that's
website.
fine.
The minutes are posted on the, like the planning commission, their agenda and minutes
Okay,
page,
yep.
but if you would like them emailed to you,
No, I'm just,
okay.
but I just would like to look at them.
Yeah.
And I just need to know where I look. So there's still gonna be the town website.
Yeah, it'll
nothing's
be on the
changed.
town
Okay.
website.
All right, thank you.
Good question. Because we're so used to getting them. Now
Yes.
it's going
Yep.
electronic.
Okay.
So,
And
good.
I have copies here if anybody would like them.
I'm good.
the other thing that's gonna happen now that we're recording on Teams here is we're gonna put the audio of the meeting on the website as well. So if someone wants to listen to the meeting, they're able to do that too.
Thank you.
Okay. Very exciting stuff, but you know,
I'm sure it is. Should we bring popcorn? Okay,
I would like to make a motion that we accept the minutes as posted on the town website.
do I have a second? Howard? Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion is carried and unanimous. And now I get to make a motion that we adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Oh, who's fighting for, oh, that's it. That's good. All right, motion, all in favor? Aye. Motion is carried. Thank you all for coming.
17. Okay.